Chris and Rudy here with the Kabuki Strength team, and we're going through breathing assessment and correction. One of the fundamental issues that you need to deal with before you start moving into loaded movement. Because if you don't deal with it, you're going to have to deal with it over and over and over again because you're going to keep seeing the same issues pop up. So this one is an interesting cue. I really like it because you can use it going right into the lift. It makes it so much easier. Not everybody, about 80% of the people this works really well for, and then there's some people this just doesn't seem to grasp it that well. But for those it does, it's incredible because you can think about it actually as you're setting up onto the bar. It almost moves into to crossing that bridge between breathing and bracing mechanisms. We call it the Breathe Right strip cue. I'm stealing this one from Craig Liebenson, Dr. Craig Liebenson, and he probably stole it from someone else too, so I don't know where it originated from. But first, I want you to take a big breath through the end of your nose, through the tip of your nose. Imagine a pig like snorting and filling its air. You should see it, the end of that pig's nose kind of expand. Yeah, exactly. Except without all the...
Oh, without the snorting?
Without the snorting. You can snort if you want, but take that air in, and you can see. Go ahead and do that again, Rudy. You can see, actually Rudy's pretty good at breathing. A lot of times when you do that, you'll see that it comes right into the chest. Sucking that air into the tip of the nose, and you can see me, it's just pulling right into that chest. So to bring awareness, usually we have people start by just putting their fingers right up here, between the eyes, the base of the nose, right here. And you can just have them cue that a little bit higher, Rudy, a little bit higher, right there. So we're going to go in there.
A little above that soft spot, right?
Yep. And so you can just have them touch that and tell them, there's like a balloon in there to inflate it. Or a lot of times we'll have people rub it a bunch to bring a burn and really bring kind of a sensorial or tactile awareness to that area first. So you can have them rub it a bunch until they get a burn going. Okay, and then say, imagine there's two balloons right in there. So a balloon on each side, and you're going to fill those up. So fill up those airs, not through the tip of the nose. Fill that up. And you can see as I do that, I'm filling strong air into my belly. So it's a great cue, and it actually starts bridging the gap between breathing and bracing strategies and loaded movement. And so this is a really useful cue. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to work for everyone, but it does work for most people. And again, very effective. So one that we love. Rudy, do you have any additional input on the Breathe Right strip cue?
Well, I think it works just like a Breathe Right strip. I mean, if you have
that actually is
the name of the thing is.
That is actually how a Breathe Right strip works. Right. People aren't aware, but it actually is just bringing awareness to that area, and it changes your breathing patterns, which deals with something.
Right, so you're not going through your
exactly.
mouth. Yeah, it's you're
exactly
through the nose. So but yeah, and again, it's one of those things that this is a cue to help you learn to breathe properly, and it makes you feel like you can really take that deep breath too when you're grabbing here, and you'll really feel the belly fill up.
Yeah, you want to think about filling that area, because otherwise you're going to start pulling from the end of that nose again, and that cues the wrong thing.
Yeah, so getting a big belly here.
That's right. So, Chris and Rudy signing out on the Breathe Right strip cue.